Very happy and excited to welcome Stan as our new general manager, and super excited to have you, Stan.
Thanks, Jeff.
So in closing, I'm very excited to welcome Stan.
How about new?
I'm very excited and honored to be sitting here in front of you.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, that just happened. The Edmonton Oilers have named Stan Bowman their 11th general manager in the franchise's history, and to no surprise, the league and the majority of Oilers fans have been venting their frustrations all day long, and that's an understatement. Just to give you a quick rundown on the news if you're not familiar, Stan Bowman was the man in charge for the Chicago Blackhawks in 2010 when the unfortunate and gut-wrenching events happened involving Kyle Beach. In 2021, Bowman resigned as the Chicago Blackhawks GM and president of hockey operations and was subsequently banned by the NHL after the events of 2010 had surfaced. On July 1, 2024, Bowman and Quenneville were reinstated by the NHL, and here we are now. I'm honestly speechless with this decision. There's so many angles you can look at it, and I guess that's what I'll be discussing in this video. So first off, you talk about second chances. This team they should be called the Edmonton Second Chance Team, or the Edmonton Second Chancers. Second chances. So many things I just hate about this. I've never seen backlash like this, and going back to the second chances that the Oilers have given, Vander Kane, Jake Virtanen, Corey Perry, if you want to count that, it's never been like this. It's never been like this. I also, in saying that, I don't think there's ever been a situation, an incident that's been this big. But I mean, this is just crazy. Like the dislikes, the angry face emojis or whatever you want to call them on Facebook that you see, just the likes are down, but the comments are crazy. There's more likes on comments that I've seen. We're so pleased to announce our new hire, our new GM, Stan Bowman, and there's comments in those posts that are liked more than the actual posts. And if I can find those, I'll show them now. It's just crazy. Like, I don't want to defend this team. I can't defend this team. It pisses me off. It really does. You got all this stuff in the back. People are ending their subscriptions on Oilers Plus. We had people chime in on our station today. People text in saying like they're done. They have nothing to do with this team. A lot of people are saying at the end of the day, yeah, it's going to be, I'm fascinated to see what will happen come puck drop, because I know for me personally, like this kind of brings me back. Like, how can you defend this as a fan? Not only that, you become the laughing stock of the organization, of the whole, like, NHL. You become the laughing stock of the NHL. You're gonna have Flames fans ripping on you, and what can you say? Nothing. Like, you can't say anything. There's nothing you can say to defend this. I mean, yeah, he went, he got help, but like second chances, you talk about second chances. If Stan Bowman worked his way up again, and then, 10 years down the road, I still think it would be pretty polarizing. It would be, but at least then you've got, okay, well, he's worked from the ground up again. He's clearly showed that, this is what he wants to do, but freaking Jeff Jackson's just giving handouts. Here, you want this? You did okay? And like, that's the thing. Regardless of what he did, he was an okay GM. He was an okay GM. Like, he didn't establish that team. You look at his drafting record when he was with the organization, the Chicago Blackhawks, he didn't do anything crazy. Kane, Taves, Seabrook, Keith, a lot of the big guys, a lot of the star players were there before he was the GM. So there's that as well. Also very curious, you talk about us, the fans, talk about the fans trying to defend this decision. What about the players? Like, what's going to happen when Connor McDavid is asked, what are your thoughts on this? Like, I don't know. I really don't know where the Oilers go from here. This went from like the best offseason I can remember for sure. the Oilers have ever had. And unfortunately now this will be the Stan Bowman offseason for the Oilers. Oh, just such a disgrace. It's so frustrating. Part of me was like, when Stan Bowman was brought in to the comments, they're like, oh, apparently that's one of the guys rumored to be the next Oilers GM. Part of me was like, you know, there's no way. But then the other part of me, and I hate this, was like, I can kind of see it. I can really see it, and here we are. Oilers be Oilering. I guess that's the saying. The Oilers be Oilering. And I haven't even mentioned the Leon Draisaitl negotiations. I certainly hope that he's going to resign. I imagine he's going to, but like, can you imagine if he doesn't? That's the one thing Stan Bowman says. It's the first order of business is getting him back. But like, man, I'm curious. I know there's some players that can't be too thrilled with this decision. And this is something we were talking about at work. This is kind of another greasy move, but Mark Spector, you know, he covers the Oilers. He's covered the Oilers for years. He's regarded as kind of being a rat in the media. But they announced this hiring the day that he's having a charity golf event. So a lot of the Oilers media actually was at this event. There wasn't nearly as many questions that would have been asked if this was announced yesterday. I know that for sure. And that was another thing. Like all these questions that were being asked were so favored towards making him look good, which again, I don't like. It's crazy, guys. If you're new to the channel, drop a comment down below. I'm really intrigued to hear what you guys have to say. I read every single comment. Do you like this decision? Are you in the minority, the severe minority? Because that's one thing. I know people, when I voiced my opinion at work today, people were ripping me a new one, just like saying I was complaining, calling me a whining baby or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of just being real. Like, I didn't think I was complaining or whining. Maybe I am. I guess in the definition of complaining, I might be. But like, you have reason to be. This guy shouldn't. He should never step foot in the NHL again. And that's another thing. Like, I know everyone's different, but if I was Stan Bowman, I'd never want to even step in a hockey arena again, let alone be a GM for one of the most historic franchises the NHL has ever had. And like, that's another thing as well that's very frustrating. He left the Blackhawks, and his first job back is probably his position's now better than it ever was. Where do they go from here? If you know, like, are you gonna stop watching the Oilers? A lot of people apparently are. I wouldn't say I'm gonna stop watching, but it's gonna take a lot for me to really cheer for this team. I'm just blown away. I really am. I know the fans. I mean, they don't have a say in any of this, but you gotta kind of lean towards benefiting or, you know, giving your fans something to cheer for, and this is the exact opposite of that. It's crazy. It's not a good look. As an Oilers fan, I cover the Oilers a little bit, and I've obviously cheered for the Oilers my entire life, but as an analyst, if I'm calling myself that, it's annoying. I don't get it. As a fan, it's infuriating. I hate it. I just all-time bad look. It's so embarrassing. And I don't know where the Oilers go from here. Game one, puck drop, even warm-ups preseason when the captain skates, Connor's back in town. That's going to be crazy, and it'll give us something to talk about going forward here for the rest of the summer. But that's all I got, guys. Kind of just wanted to ramble and vent my frustrations, as I'm sure you guys do as well. So you know where to go to do that. Drop a comment down below in the comment section. I read every single one. Let me hear it. I'm super curious. Thanks for all the support, guys. You all are absolute beauties. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to Above Average, thanks for clicking on this video. Really, really, really appreciate it. You're an absolute beauty. Where do the Oilers go from here? I don't know. That's all I got. It's a joke. It's really a joke. But don't be average when you can be above average. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.